Just trying to upload some things, trying to get some stuff done. It's month-end close, so it's very tough for me to get online at that moment. But I think we're in a good situation. So let me just see what's happening here. Let me get out of this. I have to switch some stuff. Let's go to my channel. The fact that I'm live. Hello everyone, we got 31 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. All right. Station on. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Last day April also dropped the same as today. GME looks pretty down. I wouldn't say that it's over. I mean it's you could see a reversal. They've been up 15 or 20%, and you've seen a complete reversal. So I totally understand where people's heads are. I just want to get the information out there with GME where it is. But yeah. Let's see. If I have any, I'll use the same one. Sometimes you just got to use the same thumbnail. Good morning. What's up with GME this morning? It's making some moves down. So what I put in my 60-second video that I am uploading this morning on my MP Shorts channel, link in the description if you're interested, is that you've seen AMC take these dips, and not 15%, but you've seen them AMC take these dips, and GME looked kind of solid last week. It's not anything to panic about because we didn't panic about AMC. We're seeing this dip, but we're going to see it recover. That's what we need to know. And the thing about this is when we do see this dip, it creates that buying opportunity. It's like, hey, they're down 14%. How far are they going to go down? Can I get in at a good point and then end up riding it up to 200 or riding it up to 300 or whatever? It gives you a good entry point, really. So for anybody that has missed it in the past down to 116, it shows that you can get that big entry point, in my opinion. So Carl, I know, man. There's a few positions that I've seen that are absolutely crazy. But the thing is like they grow in the pre-market, and it's like, what are you going to do afterwards? Like, they're just going to sell off. And it's been selling off. Like some ones that I was looking at, where's it at? Let's see. I don't know where it is now, but let's look at top gainers. And so IGIC, you can see that they had that large increase in the after hours market really quick to 94. And if you would have sold off there, you would have been good, and people did sell off, and then they started to increase again, and now it's starting to slowly sell off again back down to where it was previously, even though it is still higher than when it closed. So at 8% or at $8, it's up to $17, up 111% versus where it was, up a crazy amount. So it was going absolutely insane. It was never going to be an easy ride. Stay the course. Absolutely. 55K short available on Fintel the last few days. Has been the same. Means it'll probably drop at the open. You're talking about GME. Yeah, it's possible. But what I'm seeing with my positions right now, I'm up $153 on ride. Let me go back down. Let me go popular. I'm up $153 on ride, $36 on AMC, $55 on Fubo TV. Everything else I'm down though. Rocket, I'm still down about $1,000. Zomedica, I'm down $232. That has, I think, been making a little bit of move up. So $1.49. No, Carl, $1.49. My cost base is $1.60, so it's not too far off. It's only like 10 cents off from where I break even. But yeah, I think we could see some pretty good movement there. I'm not panicking. I think it's hedge funds naked short selling to scare us after a long weekend. Yeah, typically they like to do that before the weekend. Is they like to scare us before it, so that when we do, you know, open up, people start to sell off because they're like, oh well, you know what, I'm not letting it drop again. That's what they'll typically do, is let it drop, let it increase a little bit, so people are like, all right, I'll take it when it does get to back to break even, and then they'll do that, and then it'll sell off again. So that's usually what they would do, but they can also do that in the start of the day in order to make people panic in the beginning of the day. Legit logged on, and the first thing I hear is no, Carl. Sorry about that. Every time I start talking, he's like, I know you're talking right now. Can I join in on the show? It's my cat. If you don't know who Carl is. So yeah, I wouldn't say panic or anything like that. I'm definitely interested in what IGIC is doing. I'm just really skeptical about the growth that it did have, without knowing the true news behind it. I'm a little skeptical about the growth. I'm still in on Ride. Ride is up to $12.66. I do believe that they can have a massive increase, not over one day, but over about a month. And that's why I've looked at them as a solid swing trade, on the way up, back up to that $31 mark. Am I going to sell at $31? I'll probably sell before that. But you can see that with the volatility that it's had over a number of months, that's where it's going. It's going up, and it's probably going to touch, 15, 18, 20, whatever. So we're going to see some good movement there. AMC is up to $9.80. I wanted to get some stuff done here, so I'm going to try and, because I have a couple of uploads that I wanted to do on the MP Shorts channel. I haven't uploaded all weekend because I've been with the kids all weekend. What in your portfolio is going to the moon this week? I think AMC is going to really pick up. I don't think it's going to go to the moon. I don't know what your definition of the moon is, but most of the things that I'm looking at, like Zomedica probably has like a good 2 weeks, 3 weeks in it. Ride probably looks like more of a month holding. Rocket could go any day now. I don't know why it hasn't, but Rocket could go any day now. It has had a couple of kicks, but to tell you the truth, I'm looking for, it looks like their low or their floor is a lot lower than where I thought it was going to be. So I want to buy in at that new floor, which could be $20 or $21 or so. But yeah, I think AMC is going to have a good week this week. I think Fubo TV is going to have a good week. It's probably going to end up, increasing quite a bit over the next couple of days. Actually, I do believe in Fubo TV and SOS. SOS is not moving for me now, but from what I've seen by history, if I go into some of their history and look at, let's say, 3 months, we can see that yes, they can push up to that $8, $11 mark, and I'm looking for them to just jump up to $8. Right now, where they are, they touch down at this low, seeing a little bit of an increase, right? Sorry, that's not even it. That's AMC. I was going to say, it looks kind of similar to what AMC is doing. Where is SOS? Here we go. So yeah, I was looking for them to go to the $8 mark. That's what I was looking for. There we go. So yeah, they have a lot of fluctuation, and getting up to the $8 mark is where I'm set on selling at. But I could see a couple of pullbacks, and $6 doesn't really hurt. It's 300 shares that I have in here, so every dollar that I gain, it'll be $300. So I wouldn't say it's going to the moon, but yeah, I'm thinking that Fubo TV, SOS, AMC is probably going to have a good kick today, or a good kick this week. AMC is life. What I like to hear. Anyone selling AMC squeeze is coming very soon. That's what we need to hear. Good morning. Please discuss the 3 million shares of GameStop sold this morning. What was going on with 3 million shares? GameStop stock dies after filing to sell up to 3.5 million shares. GameStop shares took a dive Monday after the video game consumer electronic retailer finally took advantage of trading frenzy in the stock. The company said it filed to sell 3.5 million shares of its common stock from time to time, and over 5% of the 9 million shares outstanding in March 17th, based on Thursday's stock closing price of $191. Offering could raise $670 million. The company plans to use the proceeds for offering. Yeah, I mean, look, if they're using, what they're going to do is they're selling this not for people to panic, right? They're not looking to tank their own stock, right? They're doing that. The 3.5 million shares is because they're looking to basically get some money and put it elsewhere. You know, improve the business. Transformation is what word that they used. They're looking to transform the business, and the way that they do that is by using some of this money that they gain, from their business, from the stock market. So I feel like that's a good thing. Now, if they sold a crazy amount, like I mean continuously sell, then you obviously get worried. But they're using this money towards the business, which means that they're going to improve the business, which then will raise the stock value or the company's value. So I don't think anything of it. Yes, it could tank the price quite a bit, and people are upset about what's going on. What's you saying? AMC's running? AMC is running 6%. Wow, about to hit that $10 mark. That's really good. That's really good. But yeah, I don't think anything of it when it comes to the AMC 3.5 million shares that were sold off. They're looking to use the $670 million. I think it's $670 million. The offering could raise $670 million. So yeah, I don't think that's bad at all. I'm all for it. You're down 24K on AMC. Hey Matt, are you in Root for some short squeeze? I did see Root had they were heavily shorted a while ago. I don't see them on the list today, but they were heavily shorted a while ago, and I was interested in it. I wanted to see the low, but it totally, like, I didn't even think about it, and I didn't have an alert set up for any type of lows that I wanted to get in, which kind of sucked. But yeah, I mean, that's not a bad play. I do see them as a good, a decent swing right now, but I just don't see it. You have a lot of buying power right now. So yeah, I mean, it's something that I wanted to get in there and find new lows, but I didn't ever think about it. So I'm not in it, but I can see the potential if it is still heavily shorted, and I need to look into some of that information. AMC is making a huge run. Yeah, everybody, make sure you hit that like button. We got 379 people in here. If you could hit that like button, that would be amazing. But yeah, when I talk about squeezes, I always like to be realistic, and I'm sorry if you don't like that, but I always like to be realistic, just because it makes sense if you understand what a squeeze actually is. And you know, if they're squeezing them out of the position, then we need the interest rates to be, you know, sky high for them to get squoze out of that position, right? So it's tough to actually see a squeeze, but I'm definitely saying we're going to see a large increase. I mean, a massive, increase, right? Squeeze would be like $1,000, $2,000. These large increases that we could see could go as high as like $300 if I'm throwing numbers out there. But I'm saying $100 is not out of the cards, $50 is not out of the cards. I believe that that's right there. I wanted to check something out really quick. Let me play an ad. I wanted to check something out really quick. I need to switch my... I have some MP Shorts videos that I wanted to post. I posted one Tesla video. What's my profit target for AMC out of interest? I've told everybody that my profit target, my first profit target is $20. Now, the reason why it's $20 is because I know what they're going to do is they're going to push it up to $20 as high as they could possibly get it, right? And they're going to fight. They're going to continue to fight. If they're looking to continue to make money off of this these short positions, they're going to fight it. And then what they're going to do is they're going to end up selling off at like $20, $19 or so. I will sell some positions, be able to take a lot of that money or all of the money and put it back in at these lows that we're getting to, because it's going to continue to be back and forth from 20 down to 9, from 30 down to 9, from 50 down to 9. That's how it's going to go. And it sucks. It sucks that normally I would take advantage of these situations and I haven't taken advantage of it once. I could have been up good, maybe 100+ K on AMC, and I would have had about 100K invested in AMC at this point. But I didn't, because I decided not to play those up and down games, So it sucks that I haven't, but I don't plan on doing it often, because obviously that messes up the overall roll. But I just need to be able to invest more without risking too much more, if that makes sense. So by selling at 20, knowing that it's going to come down to even 11ish, 12ish, whatever, it still lowers my cost basis no matter what. Putting all that money back in there, just drives that price up again. So I'll continue to buy AMC for the next year, and I believe this is going to continue for probably a year before we see, something of a massive, not a massive increase, or that huge squeeze. So we're going to see a massive increase soon, but we're not going to see a squeeze soon, in my opinion. But it all depends. If all variables end up playing out in our favor, then yes, we may see it easily. Because it sucks to be able to see it down so much. I know people are saying I'm doing the same. It sucks to see it down so much. And when it does get down to $9, then people get discouraged. They start to think about it. They're like, oh man, you know what? Maybe I should sell this and wait for that dip or whatever. But really, it's too late. I think they're going to push this along for a long period of time. They have the money and resources to do this. And I don't think it's going to be something where if you're looking for it to go to $300 or $500, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. If you're looking for it to go to 100, then yeah, that could possibly happen in the next couple of months. But if you're looking for that to really end up increasing a crazy amount, because they're going to continue to short this and do everything they can in order to get us to sell, it's going to be literally months to a year in order to get a full squeeze out of it. And the people that are going to be the most successful out of this are probably going to be the people that at least take advantage of one or two of these large jumps and these large decreases, being able to sell at these points or being able to buy at these points and sell at these points. If you bought at $5 or so and it went up to $14, right? That's a $9 gain. If you had 10,000 shares or you had 100,000 shares, whatever you actually had down here, if you had a lot of money, you're making a ton of money. Then you put all that money back in here and have that massive increase again. It's like, what? It's simple. Like typically that's what I would do, but with this, it's all about holding, because we need to make sure that one, they can't cover their shares. They take out all they can take out, and then eventually when they cover it, we increase these prices. So Tesla right now is making a move. I was talking about them. I put out an MP Shorts video. If you want to check that out, link in the description. We have 530 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. But Tesla is making a pretty good move today, up 7%, up basically $50. That is huge, right? People say, oh, Tesla's up 7%. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot. For Tesla, it's a lot. So we're going to see some pretty good movement today. We did see a gap up today, which was very interesting. So if you were able to get in, at that, 519 or 591 mark, yeah, you're making some pretty decent money out of that. Yeah, we have 556 people in here. Make sure you guys continue to hit that like button. It does help out the channel a ton. I always like it to be half of what the concurrent viewers are. So about, 250, 275-ish. Trying to upload this video. Sometimes I get distracted and I just, start talking and talking and talking. But, I love talking, right? Ask my wife. I love talking. Actually, you can ask my kids too. I agree, Matt. The history of both stocks is how cost BB, Tesla, GME, AMC are all acting similar. Yeah, I agree with you. Do you think ZOM has found its bottom? To be honest, no. I don't think ZOM has found its bottom. I think the bottom might be somewhere around that 140 mark, 133 mark. That's the true bottom. But if you look at where the ultimate bottom could be, it could be around 85 cents. You could see that decrease down there, but I don't think that's the case. I think it may end up going down to 130 and then end up increasing. But we could see a little bit of a pop here. Right now, I'm continuing to lower my cost basis. I have 2,000 shares. Probably going to buy another 1,000 shares. It does not hurt. It's only $3,000 worth of stock. And if that was all gone, I'd be completely fine with that. And if I do increase it some more, it'd be $4,000, which starts to get iffy. You start to get, once it gets around like $5,000, that's where it's a little bit, itchy, I guess. I don't know if that's the term you want to use. But yeah, let me quickly upload AMC before. The thing about uploading stock videos is they become old very quick. You know what I mean? When you talk about what, they're up a certain percentage in the pre-market, and then maybe by the time you upload that video, it's done. So you need it to be standing still before you can actually upload something, which is interesting. But I'll keep uploading different things. We have 567 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Only. Who is that behind you? He is weird. I hope there's nobody behind me, because that is very scary. Whenever I see those things, it's very scary. But luckily, it's daytime. I'm not going to look behind me. I did look behind me a little bit. But it's so cold down here, though. That's because ghosts live down here. Put down $100 for my Cybertruck. Did you? When is that supposed to be released for the? I'm not. I don't know. I'm a fan of the Cybertruck, but I also don't want to ride in it. Do you know what I mean? I feel like going to the grocery store or going out to eat in one of those things. It just, I don't know. It just looks weird. But I don't know. I'm iffy, because I was iffy on the Tesla Model 3 and even Model S, the overall thought of them. And now I'm kind of sold on them. I'm interested in them. Would I buy Tesla today? Would I buy Tesla right now? I need to see some really good movement. If I see, for a day trade, yes, very quick. Ooh. But I wouldn't say I would. I've seen too much fight around that $700 mark that I'm kind of iffy there to see that pull back. I'm pretty sure that's what I will see. But it does have the potential to go up to $800 easily, even push $900 or so. So I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying that Tesla's horrible and that it'll never get back up to where it was. The value of it, people think that financially it's not the value where it's supposed to be, but I think it's okay. I think what I would wait for is obviously below 600, below 550 would be amazing. to be able to get a good swing trade out of it. If you're looking for a long-term investment, I don't think it hurts. What's going on with GameStop? GameStop is now at $164.85. Basically 13%. It was down to, I think, 16% at one point. It was down pretty low, down to $155. And we're really just seeing exactly what we're kind of seeing exactly what AMC was doing last week. GME was pretty much flat. If you look at them, they actually increased over last week, while AMC was decreasing like crazy. Am I out of RKT? No, not yet. And also the 3.5 million shares, I did talk about that. They're looking to use that towards the business, which makes sense. They use it towards the business. They can get a lot out of it, grow their business more, understand the transformation with the business. That's the words that they use, is basically using it towards the transformation. So I'm all for it. I understand it decreased the stock price and it made people panic a little bit, but you shouldn't have to panic. I think it is going to end up increasing back up to where it was. This gives people an opportunity to get in at a certain level, and who knows? I may end up buying into it. How much do I have in my account? I have $2,000 in my account. I may end up buying a couple of shares in Webull. That's not a bad option. Making some money off of AMC. I have no day trades left, so know that I'm not going to day trade it today. But I may end up getting in there, seeing that if it does decrease down to maybe 150, 140, yeah, I'm all for it. So we'll see how that plays out. It looks like AMC is making a move back up there. Still has it passed the $10 mark? Still has not passed the $10 mark. So we just need that to end up increasing over that $10 mark so we can, see that rise. We have 627 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. I don't know what the likes are because I'm nowhere near the live screen, because I'm trying to upload these videos here, but I just love talking about stuff. AMC is super cheap. I know. I bought in more shares. I can't remember how many. It was like 100 more shares I bought in. Did I get some more stocks here? Because I had 341. I may have gotten like 3 more shares of AMC. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Would you buy SOS today? I have SOS right now, and yes, I'm probably going to buy SOS today. I'm probably going to buy, should I buy 200 more shares? Lower that cost basis. Right now I'm at $5.50. I do see them increasing to about $6, $7, $8 or so, making a little bit of a move. But that's in the next couple of maybe week or so, this week. So yeah, I would say, yeah, I would buy SOS just for a little slight move. Nothing long term, just a slight move. You currently have 205 likes. Thank you for saying that. We should have 300 likes. AMC bound to go up with it going down. It's still scaring me. Yeah, I understand. It should. I mean, if it doesn't scare you, then obviously there's something wrong with you, because people don't want to lose money. I don't care how much it is. There are millionaires that are like, oh well, you know what? If you're not comfortable with losing the money, then don't invest. But nobody's comfortable with losing money. I'm not 100% comfortable with losing $3,000. I'm not comfortable with losing $100. If I lost $100 today, I would be completely upset, and I would be like, oh man, I just lost out on $100. But obviously it's not going to end my life if I lose this $3,000 or I lose $4,000. That's what we're saying by that. Is it going to ruin your life? Is it going to be difficult for you to come back from? For this $3,000 to be lost, no, it's not difficult for me to come back from. I could potentially make that in a day if I wanted to. But what I'm saying is that, like, if you're not going to be able to pay your bills or anything like that, that's where it ends up being very difficult. So, and I say potentially make that in a day, but I wouldn't try to. I would probably make it back over a number of days, just because it creates more risk, and more risk ends up, even more reward, but also you have the potential chance to lose a lot of money. Um, what am I doing here? Oh, Zomedica. Let's see. Zomedica. Let's see. Oil is super cheap. I think it's going to be easy, $100. Every bank risk manager will be the lawsuit to provide outstanding lines and swap to hedge funds with prudence. Viacom. What is Viacom doing? That's interesting. We have 703 people in here, guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for watching. Let's look at what, I'll just type it in. VAIC, Viacom. So I was wondering what Viacom can do. This is where I just want to see a little bit of a fight back, a little bit of an increase. I think we have hit the bottom of $39.81. It doesn't look like it's going to decrease that low. So if you did get that, and at that point, you're making some money. We just need to wait for that increase here. We really don't know where the support levels will be because of how much of a drop we actually had. We're gonna have to go into some of the larger detail, or more defined detail. But yeah, as I look into this, I do see it as something that can increase. I just want to see that kick up. I want to see this curl of the 15 moving average showing that it's an indication of an uptrend. We need that crossover. It's very far apart as we look at a more detailed or a 10,000 foot view. So I think we need to wait it out to see what that increase will be, where it can hold at. But it looks like it's holding between that $40 mark and $45 or $47 or so. So it's starting to wedge. We want to see that end up increasing. So right now we really don't know where it's going, but I think $39 is sort of the low. Right now you're up 0.2%. So yeah, that's where I think it is. I just would probably wait it out a little bit. Viacom is tough, very tough. That is not Zomedica. There it is. There it be. 10% AMC, 90% Bitcoin. You have a lot of Bitcoin. I'm thinking about buying Ethereum. What are you saying? Ethereum at 149,890 and 19 cents. You're freaking joking. What are you talking about, man? I want Ethereum to come down. I would love Ethereum to come down to 1,500. That's where I'll get in at. Get in at a maybe like 2 shares or so. I would like to see that dip down, and over a number of days, it actually ends up taking those dips, right? So I would love to see that dip down to here, or it looks like it's going to probably be ascending levels of support. So I want to see that dip down to maybe 1,500, 1,600. I don't really know exactly. It looks like it's about a $200 difference, but I'm looking for that to decrease a little bit more, just so I can get in there and make some moves, because I do see that having a massive increase over the long haul. People are saying that it could get to $10,000 this year. I'm thinking that, as I've seen some information, more like 5,000. That's what the projections are saying that I've seen, plus a little bit of decreasing days, a little bit of decreasing months. So I can definitely say that I'm looking into crypto a lot more. I know it's a little bit less volatile than what it was, so that's where I stand with that. Well, let's see. GME is 13%. Hopefully we could see some good moves today. $166. Not bad. Not a bad decrease for people to get in. You can see that it did have that massive decrease right here, that massive fall from 194 down to 155. It wasn't even like a gap down, I don't believe. No, it just, hovered for a little bit and then shot down. So yeah, it's tough. Realize I'm starting to get a little bit of a cough. No, why do I keep doing that? No, wait. Can I make this public too? Yes, I can. GME to 300 by the end of the week. That would be really good. That would be really good. What's making you think that? One Bitcoin equals $100,000. Not yet. I do believe it's gonna, push up. You got the vid? No, I don't have the vid. I'm so cold. We want to US dollar. 120 billion Dogecoin in circulation and rising. How high can it go? I mean, it seems like there's an endless, like they're not even capping it at all. I feel like with no cap, it makes it, it's like printing money. You're continuously printing money. You're going to devalue that money, right? You shouldn't be doing that. We should be, holding on to the certain amount of circulation that we have. We want to add more. We add more in the coming years, but you don't just continue to add some as the days go on. I don't understand it. In one of your videos, you mentioned you turned off the option to allow sharing. I can't find that setting. Also, what's the benefit of that? Well, first, you find it on the mobile app. It's very easy to find on the mobile app. If you go into apps, I can't. Let me just make sure that I'm getting this right. You go into the mobile app here, and then you go to menu. No, that's probably not right. Let me just make sure that I'm getting this right. Yeah, if you go into your account and then you go into more, and then you have in the first, or actually the second section in account, you have stock lending income program, and you just turn it off. Yeah, you should be able to turn it off. Mine says participate now, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want that. But yeah, I believe you're just allowing them to use your shares in other instances, which is not good, right? Especially in our situation now, if you're lending out your shares, and that gives them the ability to cover anything, right? So it's as simple as that. Carl, stop rubbing my legs. It's a cat, by the way. I don't want anybody to jump in here and think that a guy named Carl is down there rubbing my legs, because that's not it. It's a cat. I watched your video about the letter you received. I hope you are well, brother. FFF, did you see that it was an April Fool's joke? Because I think maybe 6 minutes in, that's where I say that it's an April Fool's joke. Probably go back and watch that part. Are you bad boy? Yeah, it's a really good April Fool's joke. I was proud of it. Yeah, I was proud of it, but some people Some people didn't like it. They were like, "Oh, you're putting ideas in the hedge funds' heads." They can't do that. They can't. They can fight it and make people panic that way, but it'll never hold up. From the things that they do the same things. Actually, they do worse things. So we can't really prove that, but they do worse things. Maybe some people can prove it that did work for hedge funds. So that is super genius. Can't see anything. Janus. Read that wrong. Let's chill with the cap locks. People don't like anybody shouting at people. You can't shout at everybody. That's not good. Right, we have 827 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. If you guys want to join the Discord group, the link is in the description. And if you want to follow my MP Shorts channel, which I'm uploading things to now, please do so. I upload short form videos. We're at 850 subscribers, I believe. So growing pretty fast. Would love to grow a lot quicker. I'd like to be able to compare that to TikTok and how much you can make on TikTok as soon as I can do that. It'll be good. I don't know. I have a spot up here today. My desk is messy. They can't touch something they can't see. Apple can go another 50%. Robinhood says GME is at 161. Why am I seeing 191.45? You're seeing the close number. So the close number is right here, up here, but the pre-market number is down here. So it gives you what it closed at. I don't know why they do that. I would like it to be like where closed is like one of these numbers, how it is, and then the current movement would be like the big number. I understand where they're coming from to show that it closed at 191, and this is what we have to go off of. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could be better by having like, you know, previous close up here, having it close and then update to previous close as the market opens. That would be better. But yeah, not gonna see that. We got 845 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't you think GME will hit 100 today? GME will hit 100 today? I hope so. If it does, then I'm buying in. Probably a good, 10, 20 shares if it does hit 100, because I see that increasing to 200 easily, and making a really, really big move soon, right? Because people are still looking for that huge increase, and I'm looking for a big increase, but not as big as other people are looking for. I always like to take my profits, so yeah. Am I still holding AMC? Yes, still holding AMC. I'm holding it in Webull at 344 shares. I increased my shares Thursday, 100 shares I bought. And then Fidelity, I still have 1,550 shares just sitting there. I haven't opened my Fidelity account in a while. But if it does increase to $20 today, then you'll see me open my Fidelity account. Let's see. Spaced out for a little bit. Do I have any predictions on? Is it a certain ticker symbol? Okay. Oh, you retracted the message. Okay. You see Mavis hitting $30 this month. No. I would say they're going to fight probably a couple of areas, maybe get up to a high of like 27, but I don't think they're going to surpass $30. If they do, then I'm all for it. But yeah, and I'm holding long term. I believe Carl's calls. If you're not a part of that, he picked Mavis a while ago. Microvision looks really good to him, to me, to a lot of other people. So yeah, I would say that it has potential, but I don't believe that it will. $20, yes. But I think it's going to fight back and forth. You're going to see that fight, continuous fight, and I don't believe it's going to hit $30 this month. But it still may hit $30 soon. Do you have any predictions on GME's dip today? I don't, because it looks like they're having a solid recovery right now, and I want to see them make a little bit of a dip from, I would love to see from $55 or $155, because then it would have that potential chance to go down to 140, 130, and I would be in there. But we don't really know how this is going to go. We see everything that's positive right now, 2%, 3%, besides GME. Cost is actually starting to make a little bit of a move back, which is a good thing because I bought back into cost. But yeah, we're seeing all this positive movement, and we could see a complete reversal here. With Tesla being up so high, we could see a complete reversal, or we could see a continuation, which is something we don't normally see. So I would say, if you're talking about like how many times out of 10 we actually see a continuation of that increase across the market, is probably 1 or 2 times out of 10. But so I would say I would have to lean more towards seeing that decrease, that complete reversal, to where we do see it take a hit and then end up increasing after it took that hit. So my prediction would actually be that it opens up probably at 170, maybe even 180. Seeing that increase, as you do see a rapid increase towards the end of the day or the end of the pre-market. So I could say we could see that very large increase up to 170 or even 180 and be close to where we are, and then see a little bit of a dip back down to basically where the previous lows were. So, or close to it. Did anyone go see Kong versus Godzilla in AMC? No, I wish I had the ability to do that. My wife was working, so I couldn't really do anything this weekend. Besides, we did some Easter egg hunts and stuff, but besides that, we had a good jobs report announced, which usually helps the market. Yeah, I didn't see the jobs report though. Do you have the detail of the jobs report, just like the high level details, Tom Collins? AMC was my intro to the market, and I only have 30 shares, but I want at least 100 when the price is right. I would agree with you. We have 913 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Yeah, I'm looking to, I would love to get into GMEs somewhere around, I want to see that decrease that they're going to have today and where it's going to actually open up at. Because I could buy in now. It's only like a couple of shares that I would buy. But I want to see that decrease to a level to where I know their low was previously. Yeah, so we have 913 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys want to join the Discord group, link in the description. Or if you want to, follow my MP Shorts channel, that link is also in the description. I will add it to the chat as soon as I get back to my live feed, which should be in the next couple of minutes or so. Ugh. Couple seconds. 925 people in here, guys. Thank you for coming by and watching my channel, viewing what I have to say over anybody else. I appreciate that a lot. We're going to just make content everybody loves. Everybody loves, everybody wants to be a part of. So let me go back to my other channel real quick so I can review. Yes, we have 852 people subscribed to MP Shorts. Do you think I should average down on ZOM? I have 1K shares at $1.90. Yeah, that's going to be tough. I do believe that they can easily push up to $2 or $2.15 or $2.50. Even see those large increases to where we can get to, oh wow, where we can get to $3 or $5. A lot of people see that in the long term, but if we're talking about a swing trade, yeah, you probably want to be able to bring that down a bit. I brought mine down from $1.70 down to $1.60. When you do have 1,000 shares, it's very tough to do that, just because, I mean, you have to buy like 1,000 more shares to basically meet halfway. So if you're at $1.90 and you end up investing another 1,000 shares where it is now, where is it at now? 150? Yeah, 150. Then you're basically going to meet halfway, right? So you'll bring it down quite a bit, but it won't be down to where you actually want it at the 149. But yeah, if you invest in another 1,000 shares, I don't think that's a bad thing if you can afford it. Don't do it just because I say it. This is not financial advice. It's merely just my opinion. I didn't say that today. So, but yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. Let me go to the here. I can hit an ad here. Okay. Thanks for your opinion. Yep, no problem. So yeah, we have 400 likes. Thank you everybody for hitting that like button. Continue to do so. Do you think I should? Okay, that's the same person. I like being here to hang out. Well, thank you for saying that. I like this as a hangout spot. Robinhood saying 166. What's up? So this Robinhood's saying 166 or 165, and that's the right number. So this pre-market number right here, that's the real number that you're seeing on Robinhood. Robinhood will show you the overall number updating up here, but this is the close number. So this is where it closed on Thursday, and this is where it is now. So it's very difficult to see that. Hopefully you can see it there, but yeah, that's usually how that goes. People question that all the time. I think it would be a lot better if they did have close over here and then the updated number over here. What's good about this versus like any other platform that I've been on, a lot of times the other platforms don't update your numbers until they get into the market open. But here it updates your numbers constantly. So whether the market is closed or you're in the after hours market or pre-market or whatever, it updates the numbers constantly. So you're seeing that dollar amount that you have updated. Now, I think it's not something that updates as real time as this, but it does update maybe like every 5 seconds or so. I'm so cold, it's ridiculous. Good entry for sends. I haven't even looked at sends. What's up with the what was the GameStop drop for? I believe from what I've seen they sold 3.5 million shares, set to sell 3.5 million shares, mainly try to take in $600 million worth of profit. Not worth of profit, but worth of capital, so they can use it towards other parts of the business. And then also people getting a little bit afraid, fear, uncertainty, doubt, kind of the continuation of what we've seen on Thursday, while also seeing these naked shorts as well. So continuing to add on to all of that negativity, which just creates buying opportunity for a lot of people like me. If I'm looking to get into GME, then yeah, 150, great price. 100, amazing price. Like that's what I'm looking for. Because I missed my opportunity the first time by literally, 48 hours. And I mean a big opportunity by 48 hours. But yeah, I don't want to miss out on that opportunity again and actually hold on to that to where I can gain a little bit of a profit. Because my process that I was going through was literally just to day trade that position that day to make a little bit of money. But then ended up holding it as a swing trade, which I didn't have that strategy for. I didn't build that strategy, even though it's pretty simple. You just hold on to the position as it is going to squeeze. So what's my opinion on naked brand? Looks like barcoding from hedge funds, dark pooling. I don't see naked brand as something. I took it off my most popular list just because naked brand just isn't doing anything that I hoped for it to do. It has no increases. Any of the increases that are coming are lower than the previous increases. So it's showing that it's not showing a lot of buying strength, a lot of buying power. It's showing a lot of selling power to where people are getting tired of it, selling off, letting it flow down. But that's it. So yeah. And for people saying turn the heat on, the heat is on. It flows upstairs, and down here is always freezing. Like I mean freezing. I have a fireplace back there, but I really don't like to turn that on often, just because it really only heats the area by the couch, and then everything over here it stays cold. I'm over here by the corner, and then the fireplace will blow towards the couch and go straight up. So I don't ever feel any of the heat, any of it. I'm always cold. But when it does, I also don't like the noise that flows through the microphone if I turn on any type of like heater close to me. So whenever the live streams go off, that's when I usually turn on that. Random question, but is that a coffin in the background? If so, get some cuts. A coffin? No, I don't have a coffin in the background. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, FTFT. What is FTFT? If you're in, we will opt out of the. Yeah, I already opted out of the share lending program. We have 930 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Let me actually, before I get into this here, let me bring up my my MP Shorts channel and link that to the description, or not to the description, to the chat, so that people know that it's there. Yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. It gets more people in here. All right. So MP Shorts link to the chat. There we go. All right. So what is FTFT doing? Let's look at 3 months. I haven't actually looked at this. I don't believe. We do see a lot of potential to actually have a pretty good increase. It did increase from $1.56, had a double top somewhere around this $9 mark to where it did decrease. Fight against it. Seen that increase here to where it did fight above that mark, somewhere close to the $11 mark to where it did fight the first time. So understandable why it would end up decreasing down, which I thought we'd seen another double top here, but we didn't. We see that decrease to where it did fall back down. We're seeing a lot of movement, a lot of volatility, and I don't know the reason behind all the volatility, but you can say that you can get a decent swing trade out of anything that's volatile. Where it is now at $5, I could take it as a swing trade, but I would like to see it decrease a little bit more down to $4. Where it was back here, oh yeah, I did look at this. I was interested back here, and you would have had a pretty decent increase from here, sold off on that position, but I would wait for it to dip down again, in my opinion. So yeah, I remember looking at that. How many times can GME add 3.5 million shares? They can add as many as they want. Nope, GME dips around $100, so I can buy more. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. If I can get it at $100, I think that's a smooth price, because it can easily go up to $200, easily go up to $160, whatever you wanted to gain out of however many shares you can buy there. So I'm hoping that I can get one of these positions to take off today. Maybe even like costs actually make a little bit of an increase up to $27 like it did before. Take that profit that I would gain, and all of the extra money, the initial investment, and put that towards GME here. See a pretty nice move here. But yeah, I know this is AMC, but I would put it towards GME underneath this. That's what I was looking at. They can add as many as they want. Facts. Yeah, they can do whatever the hell they want. They're the company. But what they're going to do, just know, they're looking to benefit the company. They're not looking to benefit the hedge funds. And their best case scenario is by doing something that will be good for the people. If they added, 100 million shares in one moment, or 200 million shares in one moment, then obviously that's something where people are like, okay, I'm questioning this. I don't want to deal with this. But doing it at a small scale creates, yes, a little bit of a decrease, but then we're also seeing that massive increase off of the price dip. And that's probably what AMC is looking to do, with their addition of 500 million shares that they're looking to do, is to basically offer it sporadically, not just something where they're going to offer 100 million shares right from the gate. They're not going to decrease their stock price that much. I think they're going to add just like GME is actually doing, Fidelity has a price target probability, which makes it better for us actually, because if it can dip a little bit and we can predict those dips based on the fact that they're offering these shares, yeah, makes it easier for us to predict, buy into those positions, know that it's going to increase, and then make some money, basically knowing that you're going to make money as it goes up. Like, that's simple. You said your wife was working and she's the brains and the money behind your channel. I don't know what that means, but she definitely holds everything together. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't say behind. She doesn't understand anything about the YouTube space, and she watches YouTube, but she doesn't understand that. So we have 897 people in here, guys. Please hit that like button. Brings more people in here. I know I ask a lot. Is YouTube making good passive income? Yeah, YouTube gives me a really good passive income. If you haven't checked out my MP Shorts channel, please do so. I have a video to where I talk about how much I made in 2020 on YouTube just by ad revenue, not by any of the other factors as well, not by, obviously with any investments I have, Amazon, my store, all that stuff. I haven't really talked about that, but you can check out the MP Shorts video that I uploaded. It's this one right here. So let me bring this over here. It's this one right here. Keep going. Right here. How much money YouTube paid me in 2020 with 86,000 subscribers, 117 views. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. You'll be able to see that. It's a 60-second video, so or actually 31-second video, so you'll be able to get that very quickly, very easily. Let me go to my. I haven't checked out Twitch at all, but yeah, that's it. If you want to subscribe to this one, the link is in the chat. Click that link and yeah, sign up or whatever it's called. Just hit that subscribe button. Good morning, bro. Great content as always. YouTube. Great. I thought it said YouTube. Thank you. Please do an MP short on stock lending profit programs. Not advice, just education. Also, yeah, that's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. Where is my sticky notes? It might be tough to go through all the details in that, so I'll have to go through like high level details. But yeah, I think I can do that. If I have to make like a part 2 and part 3, I'll probably do that as well. But yeah, I like to do the short videos. It's really fun. You're dodging my question. You said your wife was working. She brings in the money in your channel. No, I did answer your question. She brings in the money on my channel? What? Like I don't know what you're getting at here, but she has all of my money. Like all of my money, and her money is her money. Like her money is her money and my money is her money. That's just how it goes. And my children's money as well. Just watch the shorts video. Absolutely crazy. How you made more than your salary? Well, I didn't make more than my salary. It was probably like $20,000 or so. I can't really give out the exact amount of how much I make, but it's probably $10,000 to $20,000 or $30,000 away from my normal salary, which it's crazy to say that you're making that much money off of YouTube ad revenue, and that's just doing like one video a day. I'm wondering how much 2021 is going to be. I'm already set to make a lot more than that, so we'll see how that does. We'll see how that does play out. Hey Matt, have you seen Mousetrap Mondays? This guy on YouTube has almost 1.5 million subs from making mousetrap videos. Granted, they're pretty sweet. Yeah, those videos probably don't get paid as much ad revenue wise, but he probably has a lot of other different passive income, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, 1.5 million subs from doing something like that, even if you get paid $3 per 1,000 views, that's huge. So typically, like with the finance channel, you can get paid 10 to 20, sometimes $50 per 1,000 views, depending on what the topic is and how the audience is responding to it, how much they're watching. So he's trying to. Frank sucker is a sour sucker? What? I know it rhymes, but it's funny. I don't agree with that though. So we have 898 people in here. Everybody, thank you. I want to take this time to thank you guys for picking my video, watching my stream today. I will try to upload some regular videos later today, but if you want to check out the MP Shorts channel, please do so. The link is in the chat. Let's look at something popular here. We can see that AMC is pushing up. We needed to break that $10 mark, $10 barrier that it's been fighting. So hopefully we can get to that point. It looks like GME is making a little bit of a move back, down 11% instead of 16 that it was, or 13 it was previously. Cost is down 1%. I want to see that make a move up. Rocket's up 1%, which is normal, but they for some reason end up suffering in the market open. I wish they would just stay in the pre-market. SOS is up 3% up to $5, so that's not bad. I'm at $5.50 of a cost basis. I do want to see them push up quite a bit just to make a pretty decent amount of money. Nothing crazy. I would like to make about $600 from it. So it going up $2 or $3, I'd be cool with $600 or $900. I'm okay with that. If you're live pre-market on it on a bull day for AMC, you get views. Well, hopefully that's right. Sorry about that. I was joking around. Didn't mean any harm. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. RKT is a dead cat. Was a pump. I mean, I hope you're wrong. I can look at Rocket Mortgage as a whole. Their company should be up in that $30,000 or $30 mark. That's where they should be. They were hovering around $19 beforehand, but after this initial push, they should have been a lot higher, somewhere around that $30 mark, and stayed at that $30 mark. It was something that was just a pump, but I think it has a lot more behind it because you did have a lot of shorted shares. I don't know what they're currently at. Let's actually look at Fintel. You know what? I'll keep that up. Market offering. Okay. What was I doing here? I got lost. I started reading and I got lost. Intel, Rocket. Uh, 13% short volume. 1.2 million short volume, market volume 9.7 million. They have 4.6 million short shares available. Short borrow fee rate went down considerably, so down below 1%. So you might be right that they're looking to, that they're not actually shorting a lot. I haven't checked that out in a while, but we'll see how that does get adjusted after today. I do want to see a little bit of a pop and then hit their floor and get back in at those points. But yeah, saying RKT was a pump to $60 and dump. Might back on its own. Yeah, like I said, I do believe that their normal stock value should be up at that $30 range. So long term, it should be good. But I don't want to sit here and just gain, I don't know, $2,000 or $1,000 long term. Long term, it should be a lot more than that. So we'll see how that plays out, but that's literally my biggest loss. It was to a positive a while ago, but that's literally my biggest loss right now. So we'll see how that plays out. It looks like GME's making a little bit of a move at 10% down instead of 11%. It is close to a 170 mark, just like I said. It may end up opening at 180 or even getting close to where break even is, which would be absolutely insane. To see that large movement and see it come back, which we have seen a large movement upward and then coming back down to reality, where it was break even. So we'll see if that does play out that way. Zomedica is still hovering around 2% at $1.50 if we average up 1.49. Has longer than a month before the potential dilution to AMC. That's not even a factor in the fact that they would not release 500 at once. Yes, you're right. They wouldn't release 500 at once. They're doing exactly what they would do, exactly what GME is doing, to where they're offering a certain amount of shares, raise a little bit of money, and go from there. And that's what they're going to do in order to improve the business. And it makes sense. It totally does make sense. And I'm not saying vote yes, but if we end up saying no and they're not able to offer any shares sporadically, then it's probably going to, take away from the business success. My vote for AMC is still sitting in the email. Yeah, I understand. I understand. It's a tough decision because there's two sides of it. Everybody's telling you to vote no, right? There obviously is two sides of it, yes or no. But everybody's telling you to vote no because of the fact that they don't want their shares diluted. Do you think that they're going to add 500 million shares at one time? No, that would be detrimental to the stock price, to the company itself. So they have the ability to offer all of these shares, and they will continue to do it over a number of months. And will they offer all of them in 1 year? Probably not. Or maybe they will. Bruce is talking massive about AMC. Done with that, dude. Yeah, I don't understand why you talk a lot of trash about a certain position. I talk about GME, it's positive. I talk about AMC, it's positive in my book. There's a lot of different positions that are positive that do have a positive look on them. Besides Naked Brand, I don't look at that as a positive. Sorry to anybody that's holding it, but I just don't see it. But obviously, once you start to see any type of movement there, then yes. But the volume's down, all of that. The title: When will they squeeze? I think never. I think they've already did. I would have to disagree with you, George. I would say that they haven't squeezed yet. I don't know what word to use there. They haven't squeezed yet because a squeeze for AMC and for GME would be in the thousands. GME should have hit 1,000. AMC, if it did squeeze, should have hit 1,000 as well. They should have both followed each other, or AMC should have followed what GME was doing because of the fact that they were heavily shorted. But with all the manipulation, it wasn't the fact, or that didn't come to fruition. So if we look at what the potential is for a squeeze now, we do have the potential. It's less potential because like we have a lot of people that are not interested. We do have people that are still interested, but people just don't want to hold on for that long period of time. And then we don't have the interest to squeeze them out of their positions. So it's very tough to see a large squeeze up to $1,000, but you can definitely see larger increases to where we're still holding, we're still pushing in and out of these positions. We're not giving up. If people decide to just give up, like say if DFV came out of nowhere and said, I give up and selling all of my positions, which he won't do, then that's where a lot of people will be like, all right, well, if he's done, I'm done. And then that's where you see the hedge funds start to win. But we can still squeeze this thing multiple times and make some money multiple times. It's exactly what other people are doing, making a little bit of money, trimming off some of that profit, putting it in at lower lows so that they can make more money as they continue to circulate, as it continues to move. So yeah, what should I buy at NIO at? Today looking at to buy 5K worth. I think NIO is somewhere, yeah, it's right there. It's up 2% right now. It was up 1% on Thursday. Let's look what NIO can do. So right now you're on that uptick to where it can still have that larger increase. But if it was me, like I would have looked at this point to be able to sell somewhere at this point, and I understand they have more potential. So for today, I mean, you're getting it from the wrong source, because for me, I wouldn't buy into this today. Yes, you can see this still increase from $39 up to $46, right, over the next couple of days. But I don't know. It's very tough to see that. Maybe I look at a larger view. You can see that it does have that. It did have that growth all the way up to $66.99 to where it did flatten out, kind of having that decrease, increase, having that top decrease, increase, and then decreasing quite a bit down to previous lows, lower than previous lows. It didn't even hit a support level. But I would have taken it somewhere around this double bottom, seeing that increase. You could possibly see a massive decrease over this resistance level, but and then end up retesting some of these areas like $52, or even get up to that top point to where it retests again in the coming like month or so. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it hurts to buy into it, to have it either retest here or here, get a pretty good profit, or get a pretty nice profit up to $62 or even higher. So I wouldn't personally buy into that point because I want to see it at the lowest lows. And sometimes I even get caught, somewhere around here as it's going lower, but then end up increasing, mainly making a little bit of a kick. So I would say it doesn't hurt, but I personally wouldn't buy into it. Discord wants to know about SAVA. Oh, I didn't let Discord know that I was live. That sucks. If everybody, I should have let people know. They probably already know this. All right, let's see. So, that increase that we've seen from $6.70 all the way up to $130. It decreasing showed that it had no strength above this point. It does have strength at $70, seeing it hit multiple times. So looking at where it is now at $46, you can say that it could have that strength to increase to $70 again. Right now, you are seeing a slight increase over the last couple of days. You've seen this increase from $42 up to $47 or so. I believe it can find some retests at $51, at $52. It can have these retests up here, or even hit that $70 mark or $60 mark. So you can see a pretty good increase buying into this at this moment. However, it does look like something that is, leveling off, and it's not falling, but it is leveling off, right? You see a little bit of decrease from about, let's say, this point, right? So after you did have that larger increase, you do have this point, and it has decreased from that moment. So from 51 or $50 or so, I can't really tell where it's at, $54 down to $46. It has decreased, but you've seen some fluctuation between it. It shows that it does have strength between this point. So I wouldn't say that that's a horrible opportunity to get into. You can see some potential there to gain like a good $10, $12. So in my opinion, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I think you can actually make some moves here, some pretty good swing trades. Off and on as well. If you would have been looking at this back there, you could have made really good swing trades. So yeah, do I see this as a long-term potential? I don't know any of the news behind why we did see that larger increase right there. It wasn't a squeeze, but it's huge. That's a huge increase. If you would have been able to get in at that point, that's a massive amount of money you could have made. But yeah, like I said, it has potential. So I am following it actually. I don't know where I have it at. I think I have it as swing. Yeah, I have it as potential swing. So I've talked about this previously. Sometimes I get lost with all the things that I've talked about, but yeah, I have this here as a previous swing, where you can get in at a lower price and make a decent amount of money from it. So thank you, Discord. I see you talking about it now. But hey, guys, if you want to join the Discord group, please click that link in the description. It does take you right there. It's $5, but it's a great group of people. Profit Hands Perry. What'd it do? Hope you had a great Easter. Was hoping you could check out SNE. Getting some volume, looking good on the pre-market. I'll definitely check that out. Thank you, Cage, for becoming a member. I appreciate that a lot. Anybody that wants to become a member, please do so. I specifically did like cheaper prices, so that people can, become members. It's like $1 or something. Let's see. So Let's look at a larger view here. So seeing this movement here, it doesn't really have a lot of movement. I think you could see a lot of better positions out there. Does it have any type of news catalyst or anything that you can factor into what the price movement is actually doing? Because you can see a lot more. There's a lot better positions here that you can actually make some moves with. It does fluctuate. You are seeing some pretty good moves where you can get a swing trade here, but I don't know, it just doesn't look like something that really pushes. Lady, Daisy's crying over here. I don't know why. No, I don't know what she wants. It doesn't mean that she's crying. She's just meowing. But yeah, we have at $1.30. But yeah, I don't see too much. I mean, you can get some increases of like 10-20%, right? It made a decent move on Thursday, but like this is where it sucks. Like if you have to invest a lot into this, kind of like what you're doing with Zomedica, right? You have to invest a lot into this in order to get a decent amount of money out of it. So if it moves 30 cents and you invest in 1,000 shares at $300, it's not bad. But still, like it's just not moving as much as you would hope. Seeing these large increases are really just pump and dumps over the pre-market and after hours market, and then you see that completely fall off in the market open. So you can have the potential to see those type of jumps, but yeah, it's so tough to see anything historically with this to prove that it will increase a rapid amount. Yeah, I've partnered with a lab to make it liquid form. Always talk about Carl and Daisy. Think of it. You want some screen time as well. Crap, I thought that cat meow was coming from my house. I don't have a cat. Yeah, yeah, she's loud. Daisy is very loud. Carl is like has a soft meow. Hey man, I got 6 shares into Delta at $24 and seen it resist at $51. Should I sell? Yeah, if you're making a decent amount of money from it, you got 6 shares of $24. I think Delta has a lot of potential, right? But that's long-term potential. If you want to make some good money from it and put it in other areas, then yeah, definitely take that profit and put it in different areas. If you've seen it resist multiple times, then that means that it's going to have trouble getting past there, and you might see a new floor, which means that you can get back in at that floor and then sell at that same resistance point. So definitely play it out the right way. I would say as you look into Delta, the Delta airline, Delta Apparel. What's the ticker symbol? All right, I'm gonna have to turn that vibration off. The Delta Air? Yes. So you did see it resist multiple times. Yeah, if you got in at $24 and you've seen it resist multiple times, it does look like it is increasing though. It's nothing that's taking a large dip down to $24 or so. So you said you got in at 24, which is a while ago, right? So it is taking that large increase. One here. Yeah, so you got in back here. You are seeing that large increase to where it's not actually dipping down. If you want, it depends what you want to do with it. If you want a short-term gain, then you could do that. If you wanted to end up getting some, let's see, this is back from July. So if you want to end up taking a, having long-term capital gains tax rather than short-term, which will save you some money, you can definitely see that play out. Yes, it is resisting at a certain point, but it has resisted multiple points in different areas. It's really tough to say. It has come back to $43. If you wanted to end up making those moves and playing this the right way, you can do it, but it's very tough to see what you can do here. If I seen a large increase like this, I would have already been out and putting that money into other areas. So this is merely just my opinion. I would probably hold until you get that to that long-term capital. You're not far off. It's only 6 shares. But then again, I'm not really a long-term holder unless I gain a dividend. So it's tough to say hold long-term. I would take the profit. Put it somewhere else, make some profit in other areas short-term. I wish I could post my earnings on SAVA. Please, guys, look at options as well. Yeah, like I said, I could definitely see some movement there. I wish you could post your profits on SAVA. Isn't that that's the one that went? I keep forgetting it. That's the one that jumped up to 117. I thought it was higher than that. Oh. Yeah, 130. 130.60. So that jumped up there. Are you saying you got in somewhere around here and gained profits towards there, or you're just talking about profits in general, you know, seeing those swings? Are you still in Ride? Yes, I'm still in Ride. I'm holding 200 shares of Ride at a cost basis of $11.86. This is more of a 1 month play, I would say. You could probably see something pretty good. If you're looking for the ultimate gain, it's probably 1 to about 1.5 months to see that gain up to $31 from what I'm thinking. But yeah, I would say for me, it's going to be somewhere around 3 weeks that I'm holding on to it. I don't want to get up to that ultimate high because a lot of times it will end up resisting before there. So I'm going to end up getting to maybe $18, $20 and taking my profit from there. That would be a good, if I get to $20, let's say I gain $10 there, that'll be $2,000 that I would gain. So that's fine. For a 1 month profit, that's really good. I usually like to see that in about maybe a couple of weeks. I thought that we would get there quicker because where Ride was, if I look at Ride, where Ride was, it was supposed to hit this point at 280 and then end up increasing. So it was supposed to be at this point to where I did buy in, but I ended up averaging down and seeing that gain up to 18, up to 21, up to $25 would be great. I'm in at 1280. Yeah. See, I was in at 1280 in the beginning. That's where I thought that it was going to go down. I thought you couldn't do this anymore. Are you talking about the fact that I have the investigation of insider trading? No, that was an April Fool's joke. If you've seen the end of the video, it's April Fool's. Let's see. AMC broke 10. Nice. AMC just broke 10 up to $10.02, up 7%. GME is making a little bit of a comeback. I guess they're staying around that 170 mark. But just like I said, they may open at 170 or even possibly 180, seeing that larger increase towards the end of the day here. Cost is making a little bit of a move, starting to get back to break even at least. Rocket still at 1%. SOS is up 3%, up to $4.97. Ride is making... actually dropping down. It was up 5 or 6% earlier today, and ZOM was up as well. I'm probably looking to buy more shares of ZOM as I do see that making their increase. I'm probably going to buy another, I don't know, 1,000 shares or so. We'll see how that plays out. Here you go. So you can buy one more share of AMC at $10 to help break that wall. I'm not a financial advisor. Thank you, John Fields. Thank you. But yeah, that'd be good. Carl, I swear, I don't understand, man. Yeah, I know. I like this cat. Jam I was late. Isn't the meme stop stuff just a way for slightly sophisticated retail traders to pump and dump on newer folks? No. I think all these meme stocks are a better way of, one, people getting really like introduced into the stock market, and then understanding how they can make money based on not those just pump and dumps. Because if you look at the meme positions that started it, right, and this is the term meme positions, something I like to say, I just don't have another way of classifying it. Heavily shorted stocks, if you look at those heavily shorted stocks versus the meme stocks, that's a different look at it. So they classify it as meme stocks, basically saying that people are going to, buy into this and sell off really quick. But that's not the case with AMC, GME, all of the heavily shorted positions that the hedge funds are really attacking. It's a different situation. Meme and heavily shorted positions, or let's call hedge fund stocks, I don't know what term you want to give to them, have huge differences between them. So I look at AMC as something, right, that's that shorted position. It was heavily shorted. Hedge funds continue to stay in it, and retail traders continue to stay in it. But you look at something that's like cannabis, and I would say that that's a meme stock, right? And yes, you can see the potential growth, the long-term growth there, but the way that it grew, the way Tilray grew up to $77 and then dropped down and then really didn't have any type of increase after that, that's what I'm looking at as like a meme position. Those are meme positions. Yeah, I do believe that there are people that are looking to target certain positions as those. Yes, there's always that case where there's people that do not mean well for most people. They mean well for their own bank account. Yes, there are some of those people that do that. And it sucks to see that because they're looking to just pump and dump those. But if you can find a way to get in on their good side and, gain some money out of it as well, they're going to continue to pump it. So if you can gain something out of it, then gain something out of it. If you can get in this area and you don't have to get all the way up to this point and drop that stock, you can basically say, all right, well, look, I'm going to take my profits over the end of this day and I'm out. You took your profits. You're not part of that pump and dump movement anymore. You were just part of somebody that's seen something increase, take your profits and go like that. So yeah. No, meme stocks are not pump and dump. I don't like to classify them as meme stocks. I think the more like when they gave it the term meme stocks, that implies that it's a pump and dump because typically memes come and go. Those memes don't always stay and they're not relevant at those times. So that's what they're looking to do is by classifying it as something that's not going to be here for long. So get out while you still have a profit type of thing. But when I look at it as heavily shorted, it's a different situation. Basically saying that this is a heavily shorted position. It has a potential chance to continue to increase, not just fall off, continue to increase. So AMC's at that $10 mark. Hopefully we can see that increase over the rest of the day. We have about 16 minutes, I guess 15 minutes now. We have about 15 minutes till the market opens. So hopefully that goes our way. We have 829 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, if you want to join the Discord group, the link is in the description. I hope those children don't leave before I end the live stream because I want to go up there and see them. All I hear is Harper just talking. And it's adorable. She's turning into a little person. Made a free $40 on Coinbase. That's awesome. That's awesome. I've been looking into crypto. People have been telling me not to invest in Robinhood, and some people have told me that Robinhood's a good bet that I should go to. I have Coinbase, but I can't buy Dogecoin over there. I just want to buy it just to see where it does go. The fact that they're offering so many, coins, I guess, so many positions is ridiculous. But yeah, I want to buy Ethereum. I want to buy Bitcoin. Is this a day trade? I gotta work today, so I have to. Okay. I love how like engaging the Discord group is. Yeah, so if you guys want to join the Discord group, click that link in the description below. You'll join the Discord group. Also, if you want to, looks like somebody just joined the Discord group this morning. Thank you. Peter, thank you for joining the Discord group. But yeah, if you want to do that, then do that. Also, if you want to follow the MP Shorts channel, please do so. I would like to grow that to 1,000 subscribers. We are at 857 subscribers. Got a couple of videos posted this morning. And yeah, I think it's good. All right, man. I'm tired of this vibration here. Actually, Robinhood is raising their bar. Let's see. Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good. Ethereum and Bit at least. Oh, you're talking about Bitcoin. I thought you were abbreviating because the abbreviation for Bitcoin is BTC. So I was a little confused. What platform will you buy crypto on? I don't know. I can buy. You can't buy Ethereum on Webull. Yes, you can. I just want to have one. I hate having things scattered across different platforms. So that's why I use Fidelity for a long-term investment. I don't know why Harper is jumping around and stomping up there. But yeah, I use Fidelity for a longer-term investment. I use Webull for my short-term investments, my day trade, swing trades. And then I plan on using another platform for crypto. So I don't know what platform that will be. I want to be able to trade all my crypto in one area. And it looks like Coinbase, you're not allowed to trade Dogecoin. So Harper better not be messing with that baby. She tends to like get right in her face and she's like does weird stuff. It's like, I mean, I understand you're a big sister, but geez. When AMC dilutes by 50%, can the shorts just not cover themselves? The short positions covering themselves is good and bad, right? If they do it all at once, then we don't have an extended period of time to ride this out over multiple waves. It's going to be one large increase from a low point, and then partnering that with a lot of the people that are looking to buy into these positions. But what they're going to do, they're not going to offer all of the shares at one time. They're going to offer shares, right? It's inevitable. It's going to happen. So they're going to offer shares, but they're going to do the same thing that, say, what GME did, offering 3.5 million shares. If they're offering more shares, then what they're going to do is raise some money and decrease the stock price a little bit while recovering that stock price, not decreasing it totally. But they have the ability to offer up to 500 million shares. It's not something that's just, oh, we're going to offer all of these out there right now, lower the stock price, and probably end up bankrupting the company by doing that. That's not what they're going to do. Or decreasing it at a massive scale and then having people buy in at these lower lows, which could bring it down to $1 or so. But they're not going to do that. They're gonna offer it in $1 million increments, but it's going to be smaller $1 million, not 100 million, not 500 million. AMC, SNTL, we're not leaving. 10 minutes, folks. Take your protein pill. Put your helmets on. If 500 million shares are authorized, they won't be dumped into the market at once. I cannot see. My eye is starting to itch. They have the interest of investors in mind, and they'll use them over the next few years. That's what I'm saying. They'll use them in a longer period of time. Maybe they will possibly use it not in the next few years, but in the next year or so, just because it keeps the hype around. Do you know what I mean? And it's not something where the hype will be around for a crazy amount of time. They have investors in mind, but they're going to probably offer majority of them in the first year, and then sporadically throughout the next couple of years offer the rest. So yeah, Kids are awesome. My wife and had 5, and now we have 6 grandkids. I bought the girls lambs and the boys calves for Easter. That's awesome. I love kids as well. I never understood, and I understand if you have one kid out there, you made a decision, to only have one child. But having 2 children is just something, it's like nothing else. You know what I mean? And I understand there's a lot of chaos, as you go along with that. But it's just amazing to see them interact with each other. Even as a baby and a 4-year-old, it's great to see them interact with each other. I know this is not stock talk, but great to be able to have that real life conversation as well. Too expensive. They're not. Once you have the first one, yes, it's expensive. The second one's not as expensive, especially if you have the same gender. We have 2 girls, so we're able to take all of her clothes, put it towards there, and it creates drive and work ethic. Like, you're looking to push as hard as possible to provide for those children more than you would ever think, and it's crazy. I love both of them so much, and would love to have a third one as well, but I'm not sure that that's going to happen. It might. I don't know. Once you have a third one, that's chaos. I have none, but I know from others. It depends how they are. And if you have them spread apart enough, then you don't really have the chaos. You have one that's more isolated, probably the oldest that's isolated doing their own thing, versus the other 2 that are younger playing together. I can't afford a full Tesla stock at the moment, so I'll be going fractional until I get more dollar to use. Pros and cons of fractionals. Do you really even own a fractional? The only thing I own fractional of is crypto. I do see pros in fractionals because it creates that ability for people to invest into the stock market that don't have enough money. You know what I mean? And if you want to buy a lot of shares of Amazon, and you got to work your way up to it, it's basically like treating a stock like a mutual fund, which is tough because you have to pick a growth stock in order to get some sort of movement there. If you don't pick a growth stock with fractional shares, it ends up being very difficult. Now, you can find a way to swing trade and even day trade with fractional shares if you wanted to, but it's extremely tough. You're going by percentage versus going by dollars. If you know that the stock price grew $1, you can't factor that into it. You can only factor in what percentage it grew by, and that's what percentage you're actually getting. So for me, typically I will go by, if it gains $1, I have 200 shares, so I'm going to gain $200. Very simple. For you, if it's like 0.5, now you're like, all right, well, I only gain 0.5 of that dollar, so I gain 50 cents off of that dollar, something like that. So I understand where you're coming from there, asking like, what are the pros and cons? Because there are pros and cons, but you're treating a stock like a mutual fund or like an index fund, which tends to be tough because if you're going into risky positions, you can't treat it as a mutual fund or an index fund because it would be something that decreases the next day, So it's a little tough, I don't own any fractional shares because I can buy full shares. If I wanted to own fractional shares of like Tesla or Amazon or something like that, I can do that, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather own full shares of them. And you can definitely work your way up to owning full shares of Amazon, Tesla, Apple, Facebook, whatever it is. But I don't know. I just don't see it that way. Five minutes. Pee in your suit or in your suite. What do you mean on cost paid for those animals? You talking about cost made me do my own due diligence and ultimately I invested in it. Yeah, I mean, costs, the way cost moves constantly is crazy. They have these large increases to where you can make some easy money. It's just like I've said with every position, no matter if you buy into a position, it's easy to enter a position. But the hardest thing in the world, the hardest thing I don't care what you're going through. The hardest thing is exiting a position while you're on top, because the human race is greedy. Every single person, no matter if you think you're greedy or not, you are. You see the potential in where it can go, and then you end up saying, well, if it goes up a little bit more, maybe I'll stretch that a little bit. Someone just saying stretch it just made me think about that. But yeah, I would stretch that just a little bit and make a little bit more money. But yeah, it's tough. It's very tough to sell at those positions. This is why I see anybody make a video. I seen a video from Trey recently saying how he enters, I think it was a swing trade or something. And I think there's more into that, because the most difficult part is exiting. How do you exit a swing? How do you exit a day trade? So if you have a suggestion to give to, or if you have any type of suggestion to give to Trey, if you do watch his channel, go over there and tell him about that. Just give him more importantly, how do you exit a swing trade? Because that's what I think people should know, is how do you exit? I've seen so many times to where literally in these positions that I've held, I've seen so many times where I held something, Rocket was up $600, knew that it had a floor of $20, and I still decided to stay in there hoping that it would go up when I should have taken that, actually bought back in at the low, and then had a decent profit from there on. But I decided to, don't say that, win by two, don't say that. All right, well, if you're gonna be here with this mess, then I'm going to go ahead and time you out. Here we go. Got it. But yeah, I would definitely say like it's tough to get out of a position. There have been a number of times here to where I could have gotten out, and I understand some of the areas like ZOM is okay. I'm down basically $300 there. Know that it can easily come back and easily make that move up. And I'm only, about 13 cents off of where my cost basis is. So I'm fine with that. AMC looking delicious. It's up to $10.11. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm up $204 since I bought in those 100 more shares. Now every dollar that it does go up, I'm gaining another $100 on top of that. Instead of 244, now I'm at 344. So understand these guys. Why do they do that? All right, so let's see. All right, so it looks like everything's green right now. We're going to see that AMC is up 7%. It's taking a little bit of a hit. Let's look at the 1 minute. I don't know why I'm looking at it this way. Now you are taking a little bit of a hit below $10. It's starting to decrease a little bit more. You are seeing that take a massive dump on the market right there. GME opened at 172. We are seeing our 171. It looks like we are seeing a little bit of an increase. Might see that reverse a little bit. Hopefully we see that continue. Cost is up 1%. We're seeing a pretty good jump here. I want to see them continue to increase, continue to make that move up. Now I'm looking for them to get up to $27. If they do, I'm just going to sell all my positions there. Hopefully that's the case. Doesn't look like anything's moving for me. Why is nothing moving? Jeez. Rocket's up 0.4%. It's taking a little bit of a hit. SOS is taking a little bit of a hit as well. MVIS, Rocket is starting to decrease. It seems like everything's taking that decrease. It looks like AMC is still below that $10 mark. Looking to fight. We might see a drop, a little bit of a V, and then it end up increasing after the fact. Remember, like I said, you could see a complete reversal, which is definitely likely. This is going to be fun. Yeah. Do they really create all of these accounts in order to type that? Ted Cruz killed somebody. AMC has a lot better volume. Yes, it does. 7 million. That has a lot better volume. We're not seeing the normal volume that we would see, but yeah, it looks like GME is still hovering around that 170, 170 mark, which is not bad. I knew that they would open up there at 170. Cost is starting to get to that break-even point. I want to see them make those increases. Monday might not be the best day, but it looks like MVIS is making a little bit of a move. I'm still in it for Carl's calls, and it looks like ZOM is actually hitting a floor of $1.37. That's huge. Looking to end up. What's going on there? Why is that? Looking for where that actual floor is. Are we going to see another negative day today? That'll be interesting. We could possibly see that hit 133. Looks like it's really fighting. We got a lot of buying power around 135. Yeah, we got 51 shares at 135, or 51,000 shares at 135. Yeah, I think I'm going to look to set a. You didn't get that low in the actual pre-market or after-hours market, so it definitely is taking a little bit of a hit. It looks like it's really fighting though. I'm probably going to buy another 1,000 shares at. Where would that get me to? Get me to 155 of a cost basis, something like that. See if we can see a little bit of a push, a little bit of a pull down. Lower that cost basis there. All right, so AMC is still pushing down. You can see that they're still pulling down. Cost is still pulling down as well. That's not good. That's making a move down. It was at a pretty good spot. And also Ride is making a move down to $11.80. I might need to make some more investments there. It looks like it did drop down to $1.36. Fubo TV is making a little bit of a move down as well. I'm negative on. Am I negative on the day? I'm up $3 basically. So I'm on sale. It does look like it is on sale. I'm going to continue to watch it because I'm going to buy into probably 1,000 more shares as it does continue to go down. It's going to be huge. All right, you know what? That's where I'm going to stay. I'm fine with that floor. I feel like it is going to go a little bit lower, but I'm fine with that floor. You know what? I'll set a limit order. If it does go in there, I'll set another limit order. I'm going to set a limit order for. It looks like a lot of people are looking for that to go down to 133. So I'm gonna hold it at one. We have a lot of orders. A lot of buy orders looking to push that up. I don't know if that's going to actually drop down to 135 again. So I want to see double touch points down there. It looks like it's just one touch point. This is a tough decision. 130. Because I want to get in right now at 140, but I feel like it's going to go down to 135. So I'm going to put 135, and that's where I'm going to set my limit order at. And if it does go down to 135 again, then that's where I will get in. So, all right, here we go. Not even going to chance it. I should have put it down to 135 earlier. I hope AMC goes up by this week. Yeah, it looks like we're seeing that still hover around 5%. It looks like GME is taking that little bit of a hit there. RKT actually came back a little bit. SOS came back a little bit. MVIS up 1%. I don't know if we're going to get that. It looks like it's starting to increase up to that 140 mark and push 150. But I think this might be a stair step down. It could either be a massive increase, a massive V that we're going to create, or it could stair step on the way down. But yeah, I'm looking to buy 1,000 more shares as that does go down to 135. Last time that I hit this order, I should probably do 136. Last time that I tried to go at the previous low, it didn't actually fill my order multiple times, and it hit it like 4 times. And it is 1,000 shares, I understand, but yeah. That's the reason you can't find a decent name to use on YouTube. Me? Oh, you mean the guy that keeps coming back with different messages? Anything about Sherman-Williams? No, I know that they did a split, but no, I don't have anything on Sherman-Williams. Doesn't look like it's stair stepping on the way down. It looks like it's starting to consolidate. Actually, I lied. You see that that candlestick that's actually pointing down, basically having a green candlestick with a lot of never mind. That was adjusted. Yeah, I'm waiting for that to hit to 135, and then I'll make some moves in there. So GME is actually at 165. We're seeing a little bit of a drop down. AMC did jump up to $10 again. So let's see if we can see that push. You can see that large push there. That's good. $10.05, $10.03. That's pretty big. It looks like the 2 biggest losses now is Zomedica and Rocket. I have 2,000 shares of Zomedica, 315 shares of Rocket, and I've had Rocket for a long period of time. Again, I'm looking to buy more shares of ZOM. AMC is up. AMC is making a little bit of moves, up 7%. Tesla over $700. Yeah, I mean, it was. Should I sell AMC? Analysis. I wouldn't say sell AMC. Right now, you're pretty much at that point to where it's more of the lower point to where it has this starting potential to increase. I believe we're going to see something from this $9 mark over the next couple of days increase, 15, 20, hopefully 25 or 30%. We haven't had that day to where we've seen a heavily shorted position like AMC increase 50%. We've seen GME do it. We've seen GME do it. We've seen Cost do it. We've seen Rocket do it. We've seen all of these positions increase 50%, and we have not seen AMC increase that 50% mark yet. We've seen them increase 50% from the open to after the pre-market, yeah, or after the after hours market, yes. But we haven't seen that market open 50% increase yet. ZOM has a lot of potential to increase after the whole Trueforma thing settles, because what people were doing with Trueforma is buying the buying the rumor, selling the news. And I believe now they're starting to get into the point to where people are still, trying to sell that news. And I understand where they're coming from, selling that news, but it has a lot of potential to increase over the coming months. I believe if you want to look at a full, breakdown of, ZOM, I believe Trey has a full breakdown of ZOM. I think it's like 50 minutes long though. But yeah, I think seeing this as more of a longer term play can get you something where you can get up to $2, $3, $4, whatever. I just want to gain a profit up to, depending how much I keep investing in here, but it might end up going up to $2, $2.50, and that's where it'll be. And seeing the potential, it could that will be where my floor is to accept. So if I see it at $2 or $2.50, I will set a stop loss, and then if it does decrease past that, then I'll take that profit. And then if it decreases back down to where it was, then I will trying to see if it's going to fill my order. Close. Close, 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 close. I don't know if it did. Doesn't look like it did. Hit 135 multiple times. It looks like it is stair-stepping on the way down. Should I see this as the bottom, or should I actually adjust that? Yeah, I might end up filling that order. I did fill it. Filled the order there. So I should have adjusted it. It did end up taking a little bit of a hit, a little bit of a decrease. You see a lot of people that are actually selling. Let's see the order. It looks like more selling than buying. You have a lot of people that are selling these positions. These is taking a hit. GME is looking like it's actually making a really good increase. Up to 177. That's huge. Huge. Fubo TV, I'm positive there, $32. Ride, that's making a huge move down. No reason why that is, but we need to see that end up, making that move back up. We need to see the 50 moving average cross back over to the 200 EMA. But yeah, making a move down. Mondays aren't really that great. It's kind of discouraging to see this, but AMC, I'll tell you, making a decent move. We're seeing some good movement here, up, down, left, right. We're seeing some good movement at the $10 mark. It is below $10 again, but just know that it's looking like it's going to be, the day is going to go south for a lot of things, not just AMC, GME, and all these positions. It looks like it's going pretty south here. Or buy a space heater. Ride has a lawsuit against them. Yeah, that's old news that Ride has a lawsuit against them. That's not something that was affecting the stock price recently. You can see that they had the lawsuit, the news of the lawsuit, rumor and news of the lawsuit was set previously. So anything that you did have as a decrease based on that would have shown. This is merely because of the market right now. You can see that the market is doing more of a reversal for a lot of different positions. It looks like PLTR looks pretty good. That's actually making a move. NIO is making a little bit of a move, a comeback from where it was at $39.91. So yeah, making a little bit of a move there. Tesla definitely reversed from where it was at $712, I believe. So it's falling off. ZOM will bounce at 125. That'll be good if it does. But it got down to 131, which is huge. I bought in more shares at 135. Should have lowered that cost basis, but it only hit there for a couple of seconds. It wasn't something that was big. And now it's sitting at 134. So it did decrease quite a bit and then quickly came up. So even if I did set that, my order would have not been filled. So sometimes you need to end up setting it a little bit above where the low of the low actually is. But yeah, it looks like we have a lot of buy orders coming in, a ton of buy orders. We have some that coming in at $1.30. So we'll see how that plays out. Rocket going up. Yeah, Rocket's making a little bit of a move, starting to decrease quite a bit, but I'm still down on Rocket. I need them to get to $25.99 in order to make a move there. The Fubo TV and AMC are the only thing that I have up. Ride is very close to my break-even point. But ZOM now making a little bit of a move up, seeing some sort of positivity here, which is definitely a good bet. We want to see that 15 moving average make a move, a quick turn up to the 200 EMA. We can see that my loss is actually going down. Each dollar that it goes up, I gain $3,000. So if it can go up a dollar, I'm comfortable with $3,000 gain as a quick gain. I'm comfortable with half of that of 1,500 if it does end up going up 50 cents. But right now my cost basis is $1.52. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that cost basis, $1.52. And I have $4,000 worth of stock held in there, so that's not bad. I bought 280 more ZOM. Tesla gonna bounce? Is Tesla gonna bounce? Let's look at where Tesla is. I know that they were seeing a decrease. Where the heck are they at? Yeah, we are seeing a little bit of a bounce off of $695. This could be the new low. It doesn't look like a stair step. It looks like they did have their decrease moment, and now they're starting to make that move back up. Always gauge the 15 moving average and see where it is and how far it's pulling away, because you know that it's going to come back to earth. I understand that the 15 moving average moves with the price, but still understand where it actually is and how it could make its way back to where it is there. So if it does get down to this low, where is it going to make its move back? It'll make its move back to $700 or so. And it did make its move back to $700 from $695, so that's a $5 gain. Not bad. AMC still hovering around that $10 mark, looking strong around that mark. We're going to see some positive movement as soon as we start seeing a lot of positive movement in the market. Ride is down, ZOM is down, 6%. So that sucks. But it can easily get up to my cost basis because from what I've seen, it has strength at 170 something. So getting in at this point is definitely good. And even so, always looking to add more. Always looking to add more. I have 1,500 shares of ZOM at $1.53. That's good. Mine is at $1.52 at the moment. I have 3,000 shares at a cost basis of $1.52. So hopefully, this all pans out to be what I expected it to be. SOS looks like it's taking a little bit of a hit, more of a hit. So for the people that were looking to get into SOS with a pretty good gain, it looks like today would be the buying day for that. Cost is not making the move that I expected them to make, but cost is only down $61 for me. Fubo TV is now down as well, down $10. That was one of my only ones that was green. AMC is still green. It looks like it's going to hold its strength around $10, so I'm fine with that. I just bought 2,000 shares of ZOM at $1.37. That's really good. That's really good. Looks like cost is now making a little bit of a move. Now it's break even again. Break even. I'm still down $32, but it's break even. I'm so cold. We have 10 minutes and then I'll be able to turn on any type of heater or anything. We have 774 now people in here. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm going to play this ad. So, yeah. Ooh. Make sure you guys hit that like button. That does help out the channel a lot. Would love to get it up to about what the concurrent viewers actually are right at the moment. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. hit that notification bell. That does help out the channel a ton. I'm so happy that people want to come and watch me. Yeah, HPR got delisted today. What happens? I'm new. So when something gets delisted, you still have the ability to sell it. You just have to find somebody to sell it. I don't really know how you do that, but you still own it. But based on the markets, it's really it's has no value. So you have to find someone to actually buy your positions, or after you sell it, because you have to sell it to somebody. So so it's a different situation when things get delisted, and it sucks. When I seen this morning, I was like, oh man, now I'm gonna have to take this off my most popular list, in which I will do that now. I didn't talk about it yet. My cost basis for ZOM is $1.61. Would you average down? Well, I did average down. I was at $1.61 or 62 cents. No, 60 cents. And I averaged down to $1.52. I would average down. That's my opinion. But it all depends how you feel about it. If you want to spend more money, then go ahead and do it. Because I do believe in the position to rapidly increase and gain some money out of it. And if it ends up being up, I have my cost basis that I want to, or my profit target that I want to sell at, but I don't want to be greedy. If I see it end up making a move back down, I'm going to take that. And then if it does end up moving all the way back down, I'm going to buy back into it. So this is going to be another position where you see you can adjust what your profit target actually is based on what the stock price is doing and what you're willing to accept as the lowest low, because any profit is better than any loss, right? So if you can take that profit, then take that profit. If it does go up, then it goes up. You gained, let's say if it goes up by 50 cents instead of $1 for me, then I'm perfectly fine with gaining, $1,500 versus the $3,000 I would have gained if it went up $1. Or if it goes up to $5, I'm perfectly fine with that. For the people that bought in really low at pennies, and now it's sitting at a certain level, it just is always great to be able to buy in at those lows, sell at the highs. But then what people think about is they're like, oh, well, you know what? I can never get in at this low point ever again. It's not about that. You sell at a certain point with the potential that it is going to decrease. You can still just basically create a whole new situation. You can still buy in at $1, even though you bought in at 20 cents before. You can still buy in at $1 after you sold at $1.50. Because you made money on that going to $1.50, and now it went down to $1. Now you can make money going from $1 to $1.50 again. So ZOM average $1.38. That's really good. It's starting to make that increase back up. You can see that I'm starting to get closer and closer to my cost basis as it's making this move back up. So this was definitely the moment to where it was at its low. I thought it was going to continue to stair step down, but this was kind of that level to show that it did not stair step down. Typically a stair step will stay away from the 50 moving average. Getting back to the 50 moving average shows that it's not just stair stepping down. Now it's showing that it has a lot of buying power on the way back up and may get back up to break even. And if it does, that's right where my cost basis is, and I'm happy with that. So AMC is making a little bit of a move. I don't think it's ripping like people say, but it's making a move, and it's starting to actually come back down to the 50 moving average. Always pay attention to this 15 moving average, because it could make a difference in what when you become profitable, when you don't. So we're seeing GME that actually is making a move. This 15 moving average crossed over the 200 EMA, showing that it is an indication of an uptrend, and that uptrend happened already, and now we're starting to level out a little bit, getting up to $178. The low of the open was $165. I was hoping for a lot more so that I can buy in, but whatever. You can't win them all. How accurate do you think Fintel is when it comes to the 200K short share available? I don't know if they're accurate. I mean, I haven't really done any type of research on their accuracy. I know a lot of other people have, so I haven't. But I just like to show what they're reporting, and if we believe it based on what the market is doing. So, can't give you my opinion there. We have 4 minutes left for this live stream. I appreciate anybody that stops by. Please hit that like button. Get it above 700 likes. That would be amazing. Ride is taking a hit. You know, I'm seeing a decrease in Ride. I might end up buying in. If it goes lower, if it goes to $10, I'll probably buy in more. You know, we'll see how that plays out. Don't leave us, Matthew. I have to. I have to log into work, and it's month end close, so I have to get a lot of stuff done. Maybe in the future, you know, I won't work my 9 to 5 well in the future, but right now, I really need to be there for them, and also I love doing it. So as much as I can help, that's what I'm willing to do. But also, understand that you guys want me to be able to go through this stuff, but eventually. It may be too late to when I am doing it, but eventually. And hopefully things, you know, die down a little bit to where I don't really have to stream 2 times a day. And I'm trying to get away from that, streaming 2 times a day, really only streaming 1 time. So yeah, I'm gonna smash that like simply because you care enough to answer me. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking to try and answer as many as I can. It's very difficult to get to all the questions. What is your cost basis? What is your average cost basis on what? On AMC? AMC is $9.51. Rocket is at $25.99. Zomedica is at $1.52. Ride is at $11.86. Costs is at $23.53, so I'm down on that as well. SOS is at $5.50. Fubo TV is at $22.41. So basically all of them I'm down besides AMC. It looks like a lot of the market is starting to decrease, which we will have some heavy movers. Let's look at some heavy movers right now. So some heavy movers are, the highest is like 50%. We are seeing some pretty good movement. Probably the majority of it comes from the movement in the pre-market, which is exactly what we see. After hours market and pre-market, we don't see any movement of the actual day. That's what I want to see, is the movement like of the day. We see some big losers right now. We see GameStop as a big loser, one of the top 5, right? So you see GameStop at 10% down. You'll see a lot of things that are actually down here, but you do have some things that are moving. So it's not overall down market, but you are seeing a number of positions take a hit. So there we go. I will keep you guys updated. I will make sure to try and talk on the Discord group if I do have some time. Make sure you guys take some time to hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. It does help me out a ton if you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to join the MP Shorts channel, please join the movement over there. You know, we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I want to grow that and do that comparison, be able to create these videos that are less than 60 seconds and all of that. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching again. Subscribe to everything. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing one thing. Yeah, they already left. The kids already left. Harper would have been jumping around. She didn't even say bye. I'm sad. But I'm going to play one more ad before I go. And then I'll go. All right, so hopefully the day gets better. Thank you, everybody. See you, bro. Remember who killed JFK? I can't forget it with all of these people that keep saying that. Anyone else feels lost when he leaves? Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. I'm upset now. But yeah, yeah, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll try to stream later today if I can to give an update on what happened. Also, I'll create other videos. But yeah, subscribe to everything, and I'll see you guys in the next video.